Hey everybody, thank you for watching Weekend Garage. So, alright, I know the last video I said that I was going to put the carpet in, but I just didn't have enough time. There's so many little knickknacks and little details that I had to get taken care of. So now, I'm gonna put the carpet in. I have it laying out on my driveway right now in the sun now, so it can kind of get hot and it'll be easy to kind of work with and kind of just, just lay out like that. Let me show you guys the part number here. This way you can see what I got. So it is from Auto Custom Carpets. I did pick it up at OPG. They had a pretty good deal actually compared to some of the other places that I looked at. At least at the time that I made the purchase. So pretty excited about this. I'm gonna get ready to get this put in. It did come with some instructions. Pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna look at these instructions. Again, I'm usually not an instruction guy, but with everything that I've been doing on this car, and then I end up missing something and I realize, go back to instructions and oh yeah, I should have done that. So let me take the camera out there real quick just so you can kind of see what it looks like first. All right, so here's what everything looks like. This is the back seat portion, or the back of the car, I should say. And then this is the front area here. Again, I'm just letting it kind of bake out in the sun. You know, it's later in the day right now, so it's really not very hot, but I'm hoping that the black is gonna really absorb the heat. And this way I can have something easy to work with while I work on this and get the, figure out how I'm gonna lay it all in. So just wanted to show you guys, and I'm gonna get to work on it right now. All right, so this is new for me, like as far as how the carpet's positioned. I took the carpet out of the car so long ago, I don't remember. So this is the back half piece. I initially thought that it went all the way back there, but it doesn't. And I should have known better than that. But anyways, it's perfectly molded just to go right here, basically. And you see where it stops right here where the back seat bottom part locks into. So I just need to cut around there. That's no problem. And what I'm gonna do is, I bought some real thick fabric scissors and I'm gonna use those to make the cuts rather than having to deal, with, an X-Acto knife or a utility knife, which I will end up using, but let me show you. So I picked up these heavy duty scissors from Harbor Freight. These are made to cut like thick fabric. So I'm going to use these basically to trim the edges and stuff. So just wanted to show that to you guys. And I'm going to work on getting this all cinched up. Okay, so what I'm doing here basically is I poke through with an awl basically where the console needs to mount. And then I'm using these heavy duty scissors here, basically just to cut. I'm just going to cut that section out, but I just wanted to show you guys because these scissors work a lot easier than having to deal, with a box cutter or something like that. You can. All right, so I got the edges all trimmed up here. Now I gotta tuck the carpet under the kick panels there. So after spending all that time getting those. That screw to go in that hole there, I'm gonna have to take it out and tuck that carpet under. I just kind of wanted to show you guys how it's coming along. I laid it in, I let it sit in the sun and I laid it in and I let it overlap here. This trim piece that goes here, the sill plate, it's gonna cover that and we'll see how much more I need to trim it, if any, but it's good to have some extra just overlapping there. So just kind of wanted to show you guys, and I'm going to get to taking this kick panel off and complete this install. All right, so I got the carpet all tucked in. That wasn't too bad. Basically what I did to get that hole lined up for that screw back there, just like I did before, I used a null. These things are very handy if you're trying to line up a screw hole. Also, I wanted to show you guys, I do have the specific screws that go for this. I got these from AMK Products, and there is the part number for them. And so it comes with like 2 of these long interior type screws, and the one that I just showed you up there, it's not all shiny like the other one because you can't see it because it's way back up in there. One thing that I also found that was pretty interesting, and let me go over to the assembly manual and show you regarding these panels. Obviously, these kick panels have a provision, at least one of each. But let me show you what the assembly manual shows. I thought it was real interesting. All right, so take a look at the assembly manual here. This is the passenger kick panel, but look at this note right here. It says use kick panel as template. So I guess in the factory they just drilled the holes and just screwed right into the body. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I wanted to show you guys that. And there's the assembly manual page as well for you guys to look at. All right, so for the passenger side here, I had forgotten that the screw there was stripped out. The hole was stripped out. So this garnish screw is not going to be able to work. What I ended up doing, I think this is a number 8. Either way, I ended up getting a bigger size screw that I have, and I also, you can see I put some Loctite on it. So I'm gonna screw this in there with Loctite. This way, see, I got Loctite on it. This way I can make sure that it stays fastened and it doesn't pop out. Okay, now basically you see I've got all stuck there. That is a stud for the seat. So basically all I'm doing is I'm just gonna poke through the carpet there. I'm gonna punch the awl right through there and just push the carpet over the stud. Now I got a screwdriver that I'm just sticking through. Again, just trying to make the hole a little bigger, and then I'll push that stud through, and it should just stick. It should pretty much just push right through, and then we're good to go. This way we're not making a big old mess, cutting holes everywhere. All right, we're all done. Everything turned out real nice. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for the sill plates. I'm actually gonna put those in after the seats are in, and that's probably literally gonna be the last piece of interior piece I put in, because I do not want those things to get scratched up or dented or anything. But as you can see, everything came out pretty nice. Very happy with the way everything turned out. I just need basically what I need to start working on is I need to get these wires. I'm probably gonna mock everything up for the amp and stuff. I don't know. I need to probably cut a hole in the carpet here around here to bring all these cables in to plug into the amps and stuff. I got my ground cable, got the power cable. So I need to start making all that up. Okay, so before I get the door panels on, basically I ordered, I forget what these are called, these little plastic things that go there. I just have it stuck on there, and you'll see what my problem is. So what happened is the original ones were riveted on, but they're all wore out. So I got these ones, which basically, at least this brand here, I'm not going to snap it on, but you're supposed to stick it on and then melt the back of it on. But let me show you. Oh, well, well, it's been happening, and it's about to pop off right now. Is they keep popping off, right? So I may need to potentially tweak the window again. Watch. So I can't put the door panels on, or obviously the Dynamat, until I get that figured out. All right, I wanted to show you guys a close-up just to kind of explain what I've been talking about with these parts here. So these are the ones that these are brand new, but they popped off. And what I was talking about here is if you could see these little tabs on the end there, they just stick out and they push in, they push into this, then you're supposed to just kind of melt them, you know, melt them to stick on. But that didn't work because they just ended up popping off. Basically what I did is these are the new ones. What I did is I did the same thing. I did melt the back, but I pretty much used JB Weld and just rub JB Weld all on this back side to make sure that these things stay in place. Now I'm going to crack open my door panels. I picked these up from OPG because they had a really good deal on them. These door panels are made from PUI and kind of the same as the back ones. I'm going to need to cut out the area for the window cranks and for the door holder, but I just wanted to show you guys these. Let me get them cracked open so we can take a look. See what the quality looks like. And let me show you guys. I'll show you the part number. Yeah. Let me get the part number up to the camera. So that's what we're looking at for the part number. Let me get these open and I'll show you guys so we can see together what these look like. All right. So this is the driver's side. Looks pretty good. Looks like a nice piece here. So I just got to get this fitted on. Running into an issue with the windows, trying to get things lined up. I did use the blocks. The blocks look good, worked good as far as getting all the gaps on the top and on the side and everything. I even got the side window, I even got it lined up with the quarter window really nice. Problem is, let me show you real quick. All right, so this is what I'm dealing with here. This gap, there's a gap right here and it's a little better. I just adjusted it. But you can basically, I don't think you could see it on camera. Well, maybe you can. Yeah, you could see inside the car. So there's just a slight, you know, there's a gap here where you can still see inside the car. So that's kind of been my issue I've been dealing with. So I'm hoping I can fix that so I can get these door panels slapped on. Of course, I need to get the Dynamat put on, but let me see what I can figure out here. All right, so I picked up this Dynamat Extreme Door Kit. Now this is made specifically for doors, so it's kind of narrow and long. I think it's maybe like 12 inches and maybe by 36, and it comes with 4 pieces. So I'm going to stick this on the doors, and so this took me a minute just to make sure that I'm covering up the holes and stuff because, you know, everything is not perfectly square. So what I did, and I already had to pull it back once, so what I'm doing basically is I peeled it back just a few inches on the top here, and I stuck that down, and now, and I also cut a provision too for the, this is for the door handle there, and then I got also cut one out for the window crank, which I could probably, yeah, I guess I can do that too, but I'm basically just peeling this backing off as I'm making my way down. That's really going to be the best way because this stuff is super sticky. So thankfully this has got a nice paint job inside here, so it actually peeled off fairly easy. But if you got to peel this stuff back, it's real difficult and makes a mess. So I'll follow up. I do have that roller that you can get with the Dynamat. I'll follow up with the roller, but I really just kind of want to get all this other stuff situated as I'm making my way down here. I just got to get the lower half here, which is going to be good because I can cover this old speaker hole here that somebody cut out who knows how long ago. But I'm going to put that other piece here. Dynamat has these little they're basically 1 by 1 inch squares marked out here, so this way you can cut everything evenly and it's all an inch apart. So that really helps. So I'm just going to basically measure this and I'll know how many inches I need of that other piece because I know it's going to overlap a little bit. Okay, so I have this all, you know, the top section at least stuck, and basically I just need to cut. Now this is not perfect here, so I'm going to basically just I need to figure out where I'm going to need to cut my excess off. So just get an old pair of scissors to do this, because this will mess up a good pair of scissors. That's the cool thing about these little 1 inch by 1 inch square lines that are on here, because it really helps you. You don't gotta, you know, have a ruler or a yardstick and marking things up. All right, so I'm good. So I'm gonna get this stuck on. Okay, so I got this bottom part attached there, and this is basically the leftover that I trimmed for this bottom section here. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm basically going to use it just to cover up this side here, which is, it's going to be perfect. So I just need to trim this a little bit, and we will be good to go. Before I jump on the other door, I forgot I needed to put the water shield on. So got the water shield installed. That came out pretty good. I just used a two-way sticky tape to get it installed, punch through the controller, little hand controller here for the mirror, and we're good to go. Okay, so here's a close-up of my door panel. This is the driver's side, and as you can see, it doesn't have any holes punched out for the door handle or for the window roller, or even the pull strap. And that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. I did end up finding the pull straps. Got them from Legendary, and thank you to one of my viewers who pointed that out to me, because I was having a hard time finding it. So here is the part number for these pull handles. So I'm going to get this opened up here and see if I can get these fastened. Now if you turn the door panel over, actually it does have some provisions there. I just got to make sure that everything's lined up correctly. All right, so here's everything that you get with the Legendary pull strap kit. Well, first off, I'll say you get the straps, and you get the back plates, you get the rivets, and you get a set of instructions. All right, so what I'm going to have to do is, I do have these parts that came off this original door panel. I noticed this is the passenger side. I noticed the driver's side that I have is missing the whole pull strap thing and everything together. So I don't remember if I took it off, but I got to dig through my parts and hopefully I can maybe find something. If not, I got to see where I can get these brackets from, because it looks basically like these screw in from the back. So I'm at least going to get to work on the driver's side and get that done. And then in the meantime, I'll figure out what I'm going to do for the passenger side. I did end up placing an order for those the covers that go here. And so I'm going to go ahead and look for some of these. Another set, if I can't find in my original pull straps. Okay, now I've had the door panel on and off probably no less than 5 times. I'm trying to figure some things out here. First off, just to get everything to line up here and get the door to snap in. What I ended up doing, actually, this is a PUI door panel. I actually bent the top here because it wouldn't hook. You're supposed to basically hook the door panel in, of course, with the window fully rolled down. You hook the door panel in on the provisions here, on the brackets, I should say, that bolt in, and then you pull it down. So it wasn't hooking on this side. So what I had to do basically is I just bent the edge here. I just kept messing with it and bending it, and I finally got it to close up basically. And then I went ahead and installed the screws on the bottom here. I've had the door, I could not get the door handle to stay on. I beat the heck out of it with a hammer. And what it is this little groove here where the little pin is supposed to go, that locks in here. I I could not get it to go into the groove here. So what I'm doing right now is I got a Dremel and I'm just opening this up. This is supposed to basically lock this door handle in. I'm just gonna grind it just a hair more. Okay, one thing you need to do, and I'm telling you because I made the mistake the first time I put everything together, is this plate needs to go on along, you know, with this. Now I did spray some silicone in this, just so hopefully it'll slip in easier, and you're supposed to tap it on with a hammer, but you see I got the clip there. It's all loosey-goosey, but I'm hoping we're gonna be okay once I get this, tap this thing in there. And then I'm going to make sure this clip goes right in there. All right, I got it in. Man, that was a royal pain in the neck, but I did end up getting that clip to drop in there. I'm glad that that I was able to figure that out. All right, here's the finished product. Ended up turning out really nice. I'm very happy. I still need to get the little things that go in the lock here, but other than that, everything looks really good. I'm very happy. You can see I got the escutcheon here for the mirror controller, and everything looks real good. Just give you a little part number. This is for these little covers here. I got them at the parts place, and there's a part number for that for you all. All right, everything's looking good. We're getting close. I've got the water shield up on the passenger door and those screws all set in there. I just gotta wait till I get my pull strap brackets for that passenger door so I can install the pull strap in that door panel, and I'll get that installed, and we'll be pretty much done with the interior. I'll just need to get my seats back, get that steering wheel slapped in. I got to order one, actually. I don't have one. And the sill plates I'm going to do last once everything's in. Oh, also, I got my seat belts, and I'll be showing those in the next video. Stay tuned.